Someone who has been playing Call of Duty Zombies for over half my life, 17 plus years, God, I am an unk. It is not often that I see a video pop up in my sub feed that genuinely blows me away and makes me think this has to be using a mod menu, this has to be fake somehow. But no, Zach Cass has come onto the scene and uploaded a slew of round 1/low round Easter egg completions, and he has uploaded one that is the Revelations Easter egg, the absolute pinnacle of Zombies experience, completed on round 1. I genuinely do not know how this is possible. Huge shout out to him for allowing us to react to this. His channel is going to be down below. Go subscribe to him literally yesterday. This guy is absolutely cracked. And let's go ahead and get into it.
Easter egg in a world record amount of rounds, and this is exactly how I did it.
I genuinely, dude, it is going to blow me away how this is even possible.
Welcome everyone to the Revelations low round world record video, the grand finale of the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies storyline. And what better way to beat the final map than doing it on round 1?
He's done this on multiple BO3 maps.
Gum and we get raindrops. Now, our gobble gums are very, very important in this game. Due to this being a round 1 Easter egg, we only have 3 hits of the gum machine, and we have to open up the entire map, get the wonder weapon for this map, and we have to get little Arnies out of the box, which are the biggest pain in the ass. And if we don't do that early, then we can just say bye-bye to our game, or it'll be an 8-hour game. So
also, those are just the prerequisites to have an attempt.
This was like a 3-hour game, and that was on the short end of things. So we do finish our first corruption engine.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna go straight to quick revive, grab the extra points that we can get from that, and we go straight for hitting the box. So pop the raindrops, grab the fire sale.
We do
get speed cola, so now we go straight to hitting the box. We need little Arnies immediately. Not getting them early can turn this game from a 3 to 4 hour game into a 5-6 hour game. And trust me, I know from experience, if I didn't get little Arnies at the start, it was an instant restart.
You just reset,
On top of that, our last 2 gobblegums have to be the exact ones that we get in this run. I ended up having perfect RNG for this attempt. The order can be different, but if you are trying to maximize points, which is crucial for this low round run, this is the cycle that you want, which we get in this game. So no luck from the first raindrop, so we popped the second raindrop. I made a fair few mistakes doing this low round. This one was pretty bad. There we go. Widow's Wine from the free perk, and then all the zombies gone instantly but one. So that mistake probably cost me 20-30 minutes, and I knew that in my head. But something in me was just like, you know what? Why not? Let's just stick it out. Let's just see what happens. And then I get the ray gun. So because I had a fire sale, I was like, you know what? As long as if I get little Arnies, I'll just run with it. And then we do.
And there it is.
So we got little Arnies and the ray gun at the start. And then I was like, okay, while we have the raindrops and gum is cheap, buy it. We get Perkaholic, which is perfect. And then we have to hit gum one more time. And then we get shopping free. So now we can go and open up the entire map.
That means no more gobblegums can be hit this round. I would have wanted
shopping free second and then Perkaholic third, because we use this shopping free to open up the entire map and then hit gum for free using the shopping free. So the Perkaholic would have been free. However, having 3,000 points, all perks on the map, Lil Arnies, and then the entire map open, like, that is all the RNG you need for a great run, which we do get.
That doesn't
if you would
explain
like
how
to
to
see all
beat
the
the
previous
entire
round
Easter
world
egg.
record
Oh my
videos
God, that's
or
so
any
many.
I post in the future, the link for the playlist will be in the description and the pinned comment in the comment section.
Dude,
now, not only was this my first
goat.
time learning the low round, it was my first time learning the Easter egg. So when I first loaded it onto this map, I knew nothing about the map or the Easter egg. The smartest thing to do would be to learn the Easter egg normally, then the low round, because of how long these games can go for. But you can count on me to make my own life difficult, so each time I failed a step on a run 2-3 hours in, I had to restart. This took me a long...
When I said he is new in the Zombies community, dude, he has not even beaten the Revelations Easter egg normally and decided to come in and get the round 1 completion for Revelations. That is the most unbelievable and crazy thing I think I've ever heard in Zombies in a very, very long time.
Because the tiniest of mistakes this low round can cost you very, very heavily, which is right now, I know in this game, I was low-key fuming about all the zombies dying because I knew that was going to cost me a lot of time. Now, for the sake of the video, I decided not to grab any of the parts and do it all in order, meaning that I'd run back to spawn and then start fresh from there as if I didn't get the shopping free. Okay. So now finally we're back at spawn and we can start the first step of the Easter egg, which is shooting the gravestones in order. So the order is 2, 3, and then 1, and then 4, and then we'll get like a sound cue.
It's actually crazy how long it took to figure out this step.
The gravestones will also have a little animation telling us that we did it.
There we go.
Like that. There we go. First step of the Easter egg done after like 10 minutes of waffling.
of waffling.
So now we can make our way back through the map and grab all the parts we need. So there is the first shield part.
Okay.
I thought doing it this way would it'd be a little bit more organized in my head and it would look better for the video.
Yeah, he's never
So we grab
beaten
the
the
bonus
Easter egg
points from
normally,
the double
bro.
tap machine, and then we grab the flag from Shadows of Evil, which is our first part for the Keeper Protector.
Okay, that's actually required.
Then we start the Corruption
to do it.
Engine. We have
How is he
4
gonna
to
get
do,
more
and that
points,
is
bro?
how we are going to be able to get to Pack-a-Punch. So we do this one nice and clean, and then we can move on to the next area. So now we're in the Verrucht area. We grab the second shield part. We
Okay.
grab the second part of the Keeper Protector. Start the Corruption Engine.
Like, he's just gonna
Finish
run out
the
of
Corruption
points.
Engine, and then we are good to move on to the next
Get 1,000
area.
for the corruption engine.
So now we're
which
at
is good.
Kino and Der Eisendrak, and this is why raindrops are so good, is because we have the points now to just open up the entire map, get all the parts we need. So we do now have the third and final part of the Keeper Protector, and we're going to turn on the anti-grab so that we can get the final shield part.
There it is. Okay,
So
so
we
it's
start the
all
fourth Corruption
buildables.
Engine, and then we get that
Does he
done,
really
no
not need
problem.
any more-
Now
No, he
we are
has to hit
able to
the
make
box,
our way
though.
through the portal, which will take us to Noct. Okay, so once
Okay.
we're here, just make our way up here, buy this door, 750 points, no problem. Get the bonus points from Jog, and then this is where we build the shield. So we build the shield right here.
I really wonder if
Boom,
the shield is
shield
going to be
done.
necessary for any
So
steps
now we need
here.
to wait for the big Apothicon dude to come around, and then we are able to go into Pack-a-Punch. And this probably has to be one of the coolest animations or ways that you can get Pack-a-Punch. It was highly creative. Like, I do really like this. So once he's trapped, the doors will open, and then we are able to make our way into his stomach.
You can tell the way he's describing it as well. He's just like, dude, Revelations is a really cool map.
Which is cool, and what a
Wild.
gross and weird looking place. It reminds me of Alien a lot, but this also has to be one of the most disgusting Pack-a-Punch animations, but there we go.
Okay, there
To
we
be
go.
fair, it is 100 times better than like Black Ops 201 where you flip a switch and then bang, Pack-a-Punch is now on, or like you gotta give them credit where credit's due. Like they got really creative with how you unlock Pack-a-Punch or power on the BO3 maps. So now guess what we get to do? We get to sit here. Bugs will spawn in here, and any bug that we kill is essentially just free points. They'll always be spawning, so that's a good way to just kind of start creeping your points up a little bit. Now this is why this low round takes so long, because we have to sit here and wait for a minimum of 5-6 minutes just for a Margwa to spawn in. Now once the Margwa does spawn in, we have one job and one job only. Kill the Margwa, don't kill the bugs. So I repeat, we must kill
And
the
the
Margwa.
bugs turn into
but
zombies,
the
don't
bugs
they?
that spawn out of its head from when we shoot the Margwa,
And a
we
max
must
ammo,
not
very
kill.
good.
So similar to the Shadows of Evil Easter egg, if you run away from the bugs that the Margwa
turn into
spawns,
zombies,
they
right?
will spawn back as zombies. So same thing here. We leave the Pack-a-Punch area while the bugs are still in there.
Get rid of the
And it
windows
was very
wide.
easy. This game we only had one zombie alive. So we got one zombie there. And then there's a second, there's a third, there's a fourth. So we are able to duplicate zombies on Revelations. So this is
that's-
why I was so
and that's
mad at the start,
infinite.
is because we already had 6 zombies, whereas I killed all of them at the start, so then I only had 1. So we still don't even have the right amount of round 1 zombies that we should have. And the reason why this takes so long is because it can take such a long time for a Margwa to spawn in. Or it could spawn in a Panzer and then you gotta wait double the time. Or it could spawn in a Panzer twice in a row and then you have to wait triple the time. So once again, Margwa spawns in, we shoot all 3 of the heads, try not to kill any of the bugs, and then we are able to duplicate zombies successfully.
Okay, and then does he kill
So as
the
I said
zombies or
before,
leave
it
them
won't
up?
always spawn in a
Seems
Margwa.
like he kills
Sometimes
them.
it will be a Panzer, and every time I saw a Panzer, I just knew, okay, there's another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I've got to wait to end my game.
I
So
guess
now
you
that
do
I
get
have a
some points for
comfortable
the
amount of
Panzer,
points,
but
I needed a minimum of 5,000. We can now start looking for the triangle rock that will be at one of the jump pads, and mine was right here, so we can start the next step of the Easter egg. It was
okay.
always very important that I rounded up the zombies and then made a run for it to the summoning altar to spawn in the Keeper Protector, because this guy has a habit of slamming zombies, and every time he kills 1, 2, 3 zombies, there's another 10-15 minutes. So we jump across and then he should spawn in right here, and then if we just crouch right next to the rock,
Yep,
he'll
there
come
he
in.
is.
And I was freaking, you have a time limit here, because if he doesn't move and start doing his little ritual thing, then he's just gonna start killing zombies like he's doing now. So I was freaking out, and then look, we failed it. So I was like, oh no, what do I do? So I just had to literally wait and run around and pray this jump pad would hurry up,
and that he wouldn't kill any zombies.
Because the longer it takes the
zombie
jump
right
pad,
there
the more
behind
the
him.
zombies creep up on us, the more this
kill
guy
him!
starts killing them, the more time it's going to take me to dupe zombies. So eventually we go to cross. He does do it this time successfully. Now, in a usual game, you have to defend him from the zombies. They will start trying to attack him. And obviously we don't want to kill any zombies, so we make our way into the Pack-a-Punch area. And in doing that,
Despawns all the
he
zombies.
can't be attacked. So the zombies will actually just stand there, frozen, while he's doing the ritual.
Oh, I didn't actually
When the
know that they
zombies
would just
start
stand there
moving
and not
walking
track
around
anything.
again,
That's
we
interesting.
then know that he has finished the ritual, so we can now run back to him and grab the
first reel.
first film reel. Wait, let me try that again. Film reel. It's a bit of a tongue twister. So we can now place that at the top and knocked, and we are able to now move on to the next step of the Easter egg, which is getting our second film reel.
Dude, how does
God,
he
this is so hard
get
to
enough
say.
Arnie's? You have to
Now
get
this is
3
why we
max
wanted
ammos for
Arnie's
this
early,
Easter egg.
because we now need to
that
throw the
just luck
Arnie's
again?
into 9 separate holes in the
Yeah.
Apothicon.
Or 2 max
However,
ammos,
we
did I
only
say
have 3 Arnie's right now, so we're going to throw the first 3 Arnie's, and that's going to spawn in 3 Margwas. What we need is we need a max ammo from one of the Margwas. If we don't get a
guaranteed
max
though, right?
ammo, we are in trouble. So same thing goes again. We have to shoot the Margwa's heads, but keep the bugs. These bugs also do count as zombies.
Oh, that's actually really good.
I'm not gonna lie, it is quite difficult when there's about 100 different bugs on the map. You've got 3 Margwas that you need to kill. The zombies do end up popping in and out, like just getting in your way. Like, it is a bit of a stressful step, but
Hey, max ammo there.
we do get a
Oh,
max
he
ammo,
got
which
one.
is
Nice.
exactly what we need. That is very good, meaning that we can throw 3 more Arnie's, spawn in 3 more Margwas, which is part of the step that we are up to. So we leave, and then all those bugs did count as round zombies, so that is good for us. We need as many as we
Beautiful.
can get. So now we have to throw the 3 Arnie's again, so we're going to do the first hole just here, and then we
How
throw
does
in the
someone
second
even
one as
think
well.
of doing this, man? I just want to let y'all know that, like, the most insane part about this is that he is kind of learning the Easter egg through the lens of a round 1 Easter egg, not just beating it normally. So he had to kind of trial and error every single way to manipulate the game to get max ammos on round 1, to get enough points on round 1. And the dedication, the amount of time that he has probably sat around on different attempts is insane. And he still has to get a box weapon, by the way.
And then the third and final one, and I fucked it. So this is really, really bad because we now have to exit because I can't let that Arnie kill any zombies. So I have to leave straight away, hope that all the zombies respawn in here and the Arnies didn't end up killing any zombies.
If it goes to round
So
2,
now
it's
we have
over.
a big problem that we need a max ammo,
He
and
failed the
there is
throw,
no max
man.
ammos on the map that we could possibly get. And we screwed up, so we aren't able to spawn in
So you
3
have
more
to
Margwas.
get a natural
So guess
max
what
ammo
we're gonna
from these
do?
Margwas.
We're gonna have to wait for a Margwa, and then one does spawn in, and by the grace of God, it actually did drop me a max ammo. Now,
Again, not guaranteed,
I have
by the way.
witnesses of people that I was on calls with while I was waiting for an max ammo, and they can tell you how long I waited for a max ammo in some of the games that I was doing. Like, I got incredibly lucky to go back into the Apothecon's stomach, and then straight away a Margwa spawned in, and on the first drop, it was a max ammo. Now, it could usually be a death machine, a double points, it's usually a nuke most of the time, but I got very, very lucky. It's like the universe blessed me with the second chance, so I was confident, and I decided, you know what, I've been given a second chance, I'm not going to screw it up. So, number 1, easy, done.
There it is.
Then number 2. And then we are able to do number... No, I fucked it. I fucked it again. I screwed it up again. It was like I was blessed and given a second chance. I just spat right in the face of whatever blessed me.
Dude,
Oh,
his
no,
comedic
that was-
timing
I
is
was
so
crying
good, by the
inside
way.
here. Look, I was like, had my hands over my face. Look, I'm not moving my mouse or anything. So as punishment for that, I had to wait an hour and 20 minutes. Look how many zombies I've duplicated waiting for this max ammo. Meaning that I had so many Margwas, so many Panzers spawn in waiting for this max ammo. Like, and you can tell by how long it's taken to do that, by how many zombies I now have.
And how many
what did we have
points he has
before?
now.
Like 8, 10, 12, whatever. So then I absolutely destroy like the 8th Panzer that it spawns in, and there she is.
Oh, finally. I didn't know the
Max
Panzers could
ammo.
give you one
I
as well.
was like, okay, I cannot fuck this up one more time. So we do the first one, no problem.
Don't
And
do
then
it
the second
again.
one, this looks sketchy. I don't know how I actually made that. I shouldn't have gone prone. I think that was my issue. So I just decided to crouch and pray, and we did get it.
Oh,
so
thank God.
Finally, it spawns in 3 more Margwas. So now all we need to do once again is shoot all the heads, keep all the bugs alive, and hope that we get a max ammo.
Did he get
and
it?
we do get a max ammo. First
beautiful.
Margwa, but look, they're both right there. So I was like, okay, I need that motherfucker no matter what. So I had to do like a slide past the Margwa.
Okay, he does have
grab
jug,
it,
so he's okay.
And then
but
I
there's
have
a
all
lot
my
of bugs.
Widow's Wine on me as well. And look at all these zombies. And I just had to just do my best to just dodge them. And then I got rid of the Widow's Wine. So hell yeah. So then we kill the final Margwa. We do already have a max ammo. I don't even care what he drops because I don't even need a max ammo. I already got one. We leave.
Does he rush this?
And then
Okay,
we come
no, he's
back
gonna
and we
respawn
do
all
that
the
again.
bugs.
So we throw it now in the first hole.
Don't mess it up.
The
Please,
second
God.
hole. And then the third hole. 3 more Margwas spawn in, and these are the last 3.
He doesn't even need the max ammo, though.
So that's why I was saying it was really important not to make mistakes, not because they would screw your run, but more so because it's just going to cost you a lot of time. Like, a lot of mindless running around and waiting. Like, it was so mind-numbing some of the time, but we ended up doing it. We ended up getting there eventually. You just got to have the most, I don't know, the strongest patience in the world to do this low round, honestly. Because you do have to bear in mind that you're never going to do one of these on your first go. And if you do, fair play. But it does take a lot of learning and a lot of mistakes to be made. The problem with this low round is that mistakes will punish you hard. So it's like, it's okay to make mistakes, but you're just kind of screwing yourself over. And not only that, it's just going to cost you a lot of time. Anyway, after killing all 3 sets of Margwas, we have
look at
our
his points,
second
though.
film
He has a lot
reel,
of
so
box
we need
hits
to
here.
take that to Kino. So we place that at Kino, that is all good. Now we can work on the 3rd film reel, and we need the Apothicon Servant. Luckily for me, because I screwed up 2 times, I now have 30,000 points to hit the box. However, if I actually did do it clean, I don't know, I wouldn't have anywhere near the amount of points, meaning that sometimes, in some of the games, if I did do a clean run, I would have to dupe Margwas over and over, constantly hitting the box with the points that I made until I got what I needed.
I just realized, how is he going to do the boss
But we
fights,
do end
by
up
the
getting
way?
the Apothicon Servant quite easily. So now we need to shoot the 5 glowing rocks in the air to do the upgrade for it, because
I just realized as well, he had to have practiced these shots because you only have a few, like you only have 10 bullets total. If he misses a few shots, he's gonna have to go back into the stomach and do the process to get another max ammo, which again could take like multiple hours if he's unlucky.
We need the upgraded
so he
Apothicon
needs
Servant.
these shots
now,
to hit.
I kind of just learn all of these by running around the map. I mean, I see people do across map shots, but when you only have 9 bullets, and again, if I want to get a max ammo, we know how I have to get it. I don't take any chances, so I made sure to be as close to the rocks as I possibly could. So once that final rock disappears, I know that I can now upgrade the Apothicon Servant. So we enter the Apothecon's stomach, and then we run to the Pack-a-Punch machine, and this bug decided to really get in my way, and the 5 glowing rocks will now be in the Pack-a-Punch machine. We can now upgrade the Apothicon, which we have to do for this step. There we go, look at her. Beautiful. Also, while I'm here, Haymaker as well.
Yeah, I mean, getting the Haymaker is a really, really good weapon for this,
as well
for
for
this
this
Easter egg,
next
just in
step.
general.
So now we get to shoot rocks or stones around the map, and then in doing so with the Pack-a-Punch weapon, it will spawn in a bone. We then shoot the Apothicon Servant at the bone. It makes a noise like that, and we know that we sucked up the bone correctly.
Also needs to make sure you don't kill the round off of the zombies.
So we do the Derision Drac wall run, and
dude,
then...
one little tiny baby thing that I'm realizing is that in Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7, I don't think low round Easter eggs are as possible with weapons like Apothicon Servant because the respawn rate of the zombies is so aggressive. I think it's one of my least favorite parts about the kind of core systems. The respawn rate of the zombies means that zombies are just constantly like, you run into the next room, the zombie's not gonna like slowly follow you, it's just gonna respawn right in front of you. And I kind of hate that, and it makes
a stone
things
we
like
need to
this
shoot
really,
here.
really
We do
difficult.
that correct. And then I do the wall run again just to make sure, and then suck it up. I'm not exactly skilled enough to do the shoot and then shoot the Apothicon. Just thought I would do it the safe way. So now I do the one at Origins.
I think doing the safe way is more than okay.
Then the church at spawn.
Based off the fact you're doing the low round.
And then the one at Verrucht. Oh wait, I can't do it. I'm too far away. Haymaker doesn't reach it. Now, usually in my games, I would always have the HVK or I would have the Dingo. This was the one game that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try the Haymaker for the boss fight because I was struggling with the boss fight, but we'll get there. So now I just ended up doing the one at Verrucht just quickly while we're here because I need to now go Pack-a-Punch the HVK. So run
do
to
you have
pack,
to shoot
and
the
then I
rocks with
pack
Pack
the
Punch?
HVK because we
I
do now
didn't
need
actually
it
remember
to
that
do that stone that we
aspect.
couldn't shoot. And then of course a Marg was spawned in, so I had to deal with him first. So then the HVK, we shoot it, it does work on the rock, we then get the Apothicon, shoot it at the bone, and it does work. So we now fully
There we
done
go.
with that step.
Rock step done.
So after getting all the bones sucked
AKA like a few full days of hunting rocks on
up
Revelations.
correctly, we should have a pile of bones up here.
How does
And
he
we
do
all
the
need
boss
to do
fights,
is shoot it with
though?
the Apothicon and run as fast as we can because we don't want the Apothicon shot killing any zombies. So going into pack kind of prevents any zombies from dying.
He's
So
probably
after
learned
shooting
that
it the
hard
first time
ways.
with the Apothicon,
hard
now
way.
Sophia's body should be there. So once again, shoot it and run straight into pack. We don't want any zombies dead. Then we go back
Beautiful.
again and look, third film reel, let's go. So now we can go place that at Origins and now we move on to the next step. So after placing the reel at Origins, Sophia will spawn in like so, and we now need to go to all the corruption engines. We now need to use and buy the laser trap, which costs 2,000 points. So even though we had a shit ton of points, we're still going to get through them. We just point all of them at the stones, and then it will kick us off. We know that we've done it correctly. So once we do all 4 laser traps correctly, we can interact with Sophia. She's going to take us to Kino, and then she's going to go above the teleporter. We then can interact with that and then grab the Chronorium book off the bed.
Yep. All this stuff is
So then
very
when we
normal.
spawn back into the map, we place it on the stand there, and then 4 eggs will now spawn in around the map. Our first egg spawned in here, so we grab that. So this
I don't
is
think
why
I've
we
ever
have to
actually seen
duplicate
that
so many
animation.
zombies. So we place the egg in here. It's gross animation. Look at this. Ugh, I don't like it. And yeah, this is why we had to spawn in so many zombies, because we now need 10 kills per egg. And times 4 is quick math, 40 zombies to kill. So now we can just kill the zombies. We only need 10. This
is why he wasn't killing
One thing
them
I learned
earlier.
is stand back when knifing, because nukes do spawn, and if you run into one of those,
Game's
you
over.
will end your 4-hour run, which again, I learned the hard way. But after doing 10 zombies, we do get the gateworm spawn in from the egg, and now we
Okay.
have to place this in one of 3 locations at Dreisendrach Kino. Or Shang. It could end up being at Shang, which is where mine was. So you just need to get really close to it. It's an invisible spot and it will start beeping. You interact with it, and then the gateworm will go,
Yeah.
and then out comes a symbol that we grab. So we
Perfect.
need to now do that 3 more times. So we need to now go find our second egg. So the second egg was at spawn. We grab that. We place it
I think
down.
this is my least favorite part about the Revelations
Then we get
Easter
the
egg.
10
There's just so
kills.
many spawn points to go look for.
Then we grab the gateworm, and now we take it to the spot.
Yeah, like the
Then we grab
beeping
the
part is
symbol,
fine. It's
and now we
finding
need
the
to go
eggs.
get
I
our
think that's the
third
one
egg.
step I don't like. Oh my
So
god,
once
that was
again,
a lot of
grab
zombies.
the egg, place the egg, get the kills,
Is there anything
pick up
else
the
he really
gateworm,
needs points for? It's just zombies
and
at
then
this
take
point,
it to
right?
the spot
I think he's gotten lucky enough
and
for the
grab
box
the
hits.
symbol.
Perfect.
So for this final egg, I didn't actually have enough zombies to kill. We needed 10, and I did not have enough, so guess what we had to do? We had to do some more duplicating. So this only took me about like half an hour to do, whereas I've had some games where I've only been able to fill up like the first or second egg. And so I've sat there duplicating zombies for, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, just on this final step alone. But because we screwed up the little Arnies at the start, I kind of duplicated all my zombies at the start of the game.
Which probably made it harder to do because you had to deal with so many zombies running around that you were trying actively not to shoot or kill or Widow's Wine. So it's probably harder to do it the way he did it, but I mean,
So anyway,
he
we
obviously
grab
didn't do
the
it on
fourth
purpose.
and final gateworm,
Okay.
and then we place it down, and then we get the fourth and final symbol.
All right, here we go. Here's the big parts.
So we
Here's
are
the
now
big
ready
parts.
for the first boss fight, and at this point in every other run that I had done, I'd had the Thunder Gun for this step. This was the one game where I decided, you know what, I'm a man, I could go in there without the Thunder Gun, so that's exactly what I did. So to start this boss fight, we need to interact with the book, and it's going to give us 4 symbols.
Yep.
The same 4 symbols that we collected from the gateworms. However, we need to remember this order. But as you can see, mine glitched, and it would only show me half the symbol, but luckily I was able to make it out. So I would just pause my game, and then I had the picture on my phone of all the symbols, and I need this specific order. When I first did this step, I was really freaking out about it, because if you screw up this symbol order, you have to go to the next round. And as you can imagine, that will completely kill my run. So I was very, very cautious when I was doing this step. So we got our 4 symbols. Now we need to go to the opposite side of the arena and now input those symbols. So the symbols are now going to start flashing randomly right here, and we have to interact with that specific order. As I said, I just took no chances. When you've been in a game for 3, 4, 5 hours, you do not take chances, especially on a run like this, and you're at the boss fight. So eventually we are able to input all 4 symbols, and that starts the boss fight. Now this first boss fight is actually pretty cool. The arena...
Interesting that he's using so many like little Arnies and Apothicon servant shots. It makes me think that this actual first boss fight arena doesn't progress the round at all. Like your actual round zombies don't spawn in, which is why he's so comfortable shooting these.
It's going to change 4 different times, and in order for us to change the arena, we need to kill 2 Magwas. So this is the first one, and it is the anti-grav, and in order for us to not take damage, we have to stay in the white circles, and while doing that, we also need to kill 2 Magwas. Now this first boss fight, I never actually had a problem with. I never actually went down on this step of the Easter egg at all, ever. I always was able to beat this, so, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just kill 2 Magwas. So once we've killed the 2 Magwas like that, it'll flash white, and then the arena will change like that, and then we have 2 more Magwas spawn in. Now, the ideal situation would be to insta-kill the Magwas, but sometimes with everything going on, it's really, really hard to find them. If I ever was to have died in this boss fight, it probably would have been there. Things got a little sketchy, but we did that no problem.
God.
Now we go to the next arena. Now, anyone that's beaten Revelations can probably tell you this is the most annoying one. Basically, you just have all these walls that really, really love to just do their job and get in your way. So it can be really frustrating because you're trying to survive. You've got 2 Magwas that you need to kill. You've got walls that are trapping you everywhere that you run. And it can just get really overwhelming.
He's
but
not using his
just
Arnies.
Breathe, stay calm.
Also, he's almost out of ammo with his haymaker. There we go.
Now for the final arena change, we're just going to have lots of lava on the floor, and we have to kill the fire Magwas. Again, not that difficult.
Good
I ended up
insta-kill.
insta-killing one there, which is beautiful. So now I only have 1 more I need to kill. So that's ideal.
So those of you guys who don't know, when the Magwas first spawn in Black Ops 3, their heads do a quick little rah, rah, rah. And as they're roaring, if you shoot them real quickly in that order, you have to do it very fast and do it with a gun that does enough damage. You can insta-kill them and shoot all their heads off at once.
Well, you do want to try and insta-kill them, but as I said, like, it's kind of hard to see where they're spawning half the time. We kill both Magwas, and there we go. That is the first boss fight done.
Beautiful.
So now it is time for mission
much
Bucket
easier
Weeball.
than the round
so
can't
we're going to
progress
grab the
during
summoning
this.
key. We now need to throw the summoning key at different points around the map, and this is the first one, is this chandelier up here. We throw it, we hit it, no problem, and this step has a habit of glitching out, but we'll get to that. The summoning key hits me right in the face, and then
I've never seen that before.
Beautiful. So the second spot is just here at Drak. We need to throw it at the clock.
I've never seen the summoning key actually do damage like that.
Shane hits me in the face once again. Then the tombstone at Origins.
Yeah.
Then the poster at Mob.
Yep.
And then the fountain at Varux. That was a horrible throw. So now comes the fun part where the summoning key likes to glitch out, and I've lost minimum 4 runs because of this. So I just have to melee as much as I can while trying to walk through this door, because sometimes when you walk through this portal, you don't get the summoning key back, and there's your run gone. Do you know how heartbreaking it is to lose a run this far in when you are so close and then you don't get the summoning key back? So my heart is always racing there, but we do get the final thing that we need to throw out, the red barrel,
that's very
and
interesting.
we are now ready to enter the final boss fight and beat this Easter egg. So we're going to enter the teleporter at Kino, we're going to interact with it, and it is going to take us to the boss fight arena. Now this isn't a hard boss fight, but I lost many runs as well because I couldn't trap the Shadow Man. I think there was so much riding on making sure I trap him that I would just screw up. So anyway, we place the summoning key, throw a little Arnie down, and we need to now collect souls.
Yeah, I guess if you run out of ammo here,
so that we
it's
can
run
then
over,
throw
right?
it. So I literally just do my best here to take out whatever I can. That way I have a little bit of space for when I need to throw the summoning key. And at this point, being this long into an Easter egg run, being this close yet also not done yet, my heart and adrenaline was just racing every time I was on this step. So once the summoning key is finally ready, it makes a little noise, you can hear it there. Then we grab the summoning key.
Yep.
Now we need to throw it at Sophia, so I'm always looking for space. There's always a lot of enemies around. Once I get a clear lineup, throw it, Arnie straight away so I have time to shoot the Shadow Man. I almost get trapped there, and then I just go for it. And this is my first time using the Haymaker, and it low-key paid off. So once I see he's in the mouth, I interact
Oh,
and I
that's
trap the
it?
Shadow Man. Revelations, low round world record, not round 4, not round 3, not round 2, but round 1.
Wow.
If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.
Absolutely insane. And then does he just play out the cutscene? And it's crazy even now because we just had all of those Revelation ciphers solved. Literally this week, 7 out of the 10 remaining ciphers, saying how much of this ending, like, well, it does seem kind of ominous and dark when Dr. Monty just teleports them back in time, or rather to the point in time where the Great War happens. Like, this ending is kind of ominous, but also we've learned through the context of all these ciphers, this was supposed to really be the true end of zombies, and that Samantha, everyone like considered Dr. Monty like a father figure. Like, he seems so evil, but he genuinely just wanted to create a universe without zombies for the kids, and that's what he did. So either way, man, that's neither here nor there. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Zach. Literally incredible video, incredible dedication to learn the Easter egg and then do it on round 1. Please go subscribe to him. He's given us permission to rack to some of these runs. So if you want to see more of this kind of thing, watching his round 1 runs, this legit blew my mind. I had no idea that a lot of this stuff was even possible. And then for it to be possible and for him to actually have the dedication to do it is like a whole nother thing. So please go sub to him. Absolute legend. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.